It is with great pleasure that I introduce our chief guest for this session. I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to the chief guest of this occasion, Mr. Orlando Edwards, the Country Director of British Council of Sri Lanka. Mr. Orlando was a career in cross-cultural and international relations that spans over 2 decades. He holds a MA Honours in Chinese and Chinese literature from University of Edinburgh and Diploma in Public Service Interpreting in Mandarin Chinese and English Law from University of Newcastle. Through his many positions, he has contributed to the growth of partnerships between government agencies, non-profits, and businesses working in the fields of education, the arts, human rights, and social development. He started working for an initiative of the British Council named Dreams and Teams in Shanghai, China. His primary places of employment since then have been Beijing, London, and Wuhan. Mr. Orlando comes to Sri Lanka from Algeria, the largest country in Africa, where he served as British Council's country director. He has a flair for languages and is fluent in both Chinese and French. Mr. Orlando has extensive professional experience. He served as the regional manager for the Global Network team at the British Council in London, as the area manager in Wuhan for the British Council in China, and as an assistant director of the Great Britain China Centre in London. In addition, at the British Council in China and London, he served as a project officer and manager. There is no doubt that Mr. Orlando is excited to be joining the British Council team in Sri Lanka next month because he had always wanted to return to Sri Lanka ever since he visited the country 20 years ago. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Orlando Edwards to deliver the Convocation address.
Thank you so much for that very warm and kind introduction. And may I just begin by saying what a great honor and privilege it is to be here today. But please excuse the fact that I'm slightly croaky today, so I shall do my best to project. Chairman, Vice Chancellor, Board of Directors, management and academic teams of SLIIT, honored guests, well-wishers and family members, and last but not least, graduating students, good afternoon. Let me begin by offering my heartfelt congratulations to the students graduating today. This is a significant moment in your lives, and you should be extremely proud of your achievement. The value of a high-quality international education cannot be overstated. You are equipped with important skills, knowledge, networks, and resources that will help you to thrive and succeed in your future endeavors. I would just like to reiterate what the chairman was saying earlier today in his speech about the incredible resilience, determination, and adaptability that you have demonstrated this year in unprecedented circumstances. And I echo his words that if you can cope and succeed in these conditions, then you have very bright futures ahead of you. 22 years ago, I graduated from the University of Edinburgh with a master's degree in Chinese and Chinese literature. Whilst I may have forgotten a great deal of what I was taught, what remains with me is how well my education prepared me for the workplace I was about to enter, with the kind of soft skills that are so necessary for 21st century: critical thinking, problem solving, effective communication, and collaboration skills. The benefits of a well-rounded degree cannot be overstated, and these are enduring skills that will grow more and more important with time. As many of you know, the British Council is an international organisation that builds connections, trust, and understanding between people of the UK and the rest of the world through our work in education, English, arts, and culture. We do this primarily in two ways: at an individual level, where we hope to transform lives, and with governments and partners to make a bigger difference for the longer term, creating benefit for millions of people all over the world. We have been working in Sri Lanka now for over 70 years, and throughout this time we continue to support the government's aim to improve the quality of education for everyone, to create a fit-for-purpose, appropriately skilled cadre of graduates who have industry-appropriate education and internationally recognized qualifications, which will support them to win employment and support their ambitions for international mobility. Our support, the British Council's support to universities and to the government, is underpinned by our expertise in education and always backed by our research and insight. And there are three areas in particular where we believe at the British Council that we offer benefit to the higher education landscape here in Sri Lanka, and where we will continue to contribute and to add value in the future. Firstly, by fostering greater links with the UK. Secondly, through supporting the standardization of qualifications to internationally recognized benchmarks. And thirdly, by providing robust career guidance that allows graduates to transition smoothly from education to employment. Looking ahead, we will continue to support Sri Lankan universities to develop partnerships with UK higher education institutions to open more higher education pathways for local students and to improve the quality of learning by applying internationally recognized standards and quality control measures. Standardization of qualifications offered in Sri Lanka will allow greater opportunity for graduate students to gain better paid jobs, competing with their peers from East Asia, South Asia, Europe, and other parts of the world. And this will help Sri Lankan graduates to contribute to Sri Lanka's economic and social development, while also achieving their full potential and meeting personal aspirations. And finally, we are working with Sri Lankan government institutions and other ministries in developing fit-for-purpose and relevant career guidance provision for young people in Sri Lanka at secondary schools and for university students, including advice and guidance on green careers working in the green sector. Access to a competent workforce is also a priority for Sri Lanka in fostering private sector-led growth, attracting foreign investment, and becoming competitive in global markets. Career guidance is an essential tool that can be embedded in school programs and practices, guiding young people to make informed, non-conventional, and eventually profitable choices about their career trajectory after school. Before I close, the 142 graduating today with a top-up degree from the University of Bedfordshire in the UK in IT-related subjects, I once again want to offer you my heartfelt congratulations this afternoon. Very well done. I wish you all the possible success in the future, in your future endeavours, and I hope your engagement with the British Council and indeed the UK continues as you embark on the next chapter of your lives. Thank you very much.